Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so please, we're going to start the meeting now. I would please like to request all of us switch off our cameras and microphones. At any point in time, the person speaking is the only one who's supposed to have their microphones on mute, and then the camera should be on. All right. Someone has their camera on. Oh, okay. All right. My name is Abubakar Gimba, and I'm the Sergeant at Arms of Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club. There are two clubs here for the benefits of guests, the Lighthouse Prestige and Lighthouse. There are two clubs here. So at the end of the day, the president will explain better. On the count of 3, I would please like us to unmute our microphones so that we can say the Toastmasters promise. 1, 2, 3. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluation, to help the club maintain a positive, friendly environment for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guideline rules of all Toastmasters educational and recognition programs, to act within the Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, and excellence all during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. Thank you very much. A round of applause to us. And for those of us that didn't applaud, I know them. I can see them. All right. So I would like to call on someone who is very special to me. This person is someone who I respect a lot, and they know it. They know how much they mean to me. Not just me, to every one of us here. This is someone who has something very valuable today, which if she goes to sleep today without taking really care of it, she might wake up tomorrow and not find it because I want it. This is just a warning, by the way. She's somebody who is a PR consultant. She's also a baker. She's CC, she's ACD, and she's also ACG. Wait, did I get that right? ACS. For those of us that don't know what these means, these are like MSc, PhD, NMS, MSE, and all those things. So as far as you're concerned, this is someone with a PhD. She's on her way to becoming a professor. She's the president of Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club, and her name is Chineze Amanfo. So please, let's give her a big, thunderous applause, even though we might not be there, but let's do it, because if you do it, I will know.
Okay, right. Good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can, loud and clear.
All right, good morning, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you, Abubakar, for that warm introduction. I'd like to tell us a story about my friend called Lily. I've known Lily for over 25 years. We went to university together. Lily got married in 2018. But that's not the story. The story here, or the point here, is that was Lily's third marriage. She got married immediately after school. It didn't work. It didn't work out. And then about 5 years after, she got married again. And the marriage in 2018 was her third attempt at finding happiness or finding that person who she felt was her better half. I spoke to Lily a couple of days ago because it was her birthday. And we started, she said, Chineze, I have never been happier in my life than now. And I looked at it and I said, how do you do that? How do you allow yourself to continue trying, even when it seems like all hope has been lost? And she educated me, which is why I like to share some of the things she said. First of all, let's know that life always offers us a second chance. And one American author and novelist called Nicholas Sparks says that life always offers us a second chance, and that second
Hello, can we hear Chineze, or is it just me?
I thought I was the only one. I can't hear her anymore.
I can't hear her. Yeah, that's why I sent the message now.
Okay. Okay. Toastmaster Party, I think you might have to.
She should log out and log in. That's why I sent the message. Do you see the message?
Yes, we all saw it.
Aha. We can't hear you.
She's still there.
I'm here.
No, she don't.
I'm here.
Okay.
Can everyone hear me now?
Now it's okay, but you need to take it from the beginning. You start from Lily, and you were 25 years, something like that.
I thought the past I
Okay. Okay, so I have to start from the beginning.
The only thing I know is I know Lily, and you know her for 25 years. That's the only thing I know. Continue from there, please.
Okay. So Lily, my friend of 25 years, and I mentioned that in 2018 she got married, but that is not the story. The story is that that marriage in 2018 was Lily's third marriage. That was her third attempt at finding a life partner. So I spoke to Lily a few days ago on her birthday, and we started gisting and talking. And she told me a few things that made me start pondering. One of my questions to her was, how come you never gave up? How come you kept trying? And she says, oh, Chineze, give yourself that opportunity to experience a second chance or even a third chance. And so that was why I said, okay, when this topic came up, I said, yes, this is a good opportunity to share some of the conversations I had with Lily. And I couldn't have put it in a better way than the way that Nicholas Sparks, who is an American romance novelist, said. He said that life always offers you a second chance, and it's called tomorrow. What does this mean? It means that our past could be full of challenges. We could have made many mistakes. We could have made wrong choices. Life could have taken away from us people we loved and things we loved. Relationships could end abruptly. I have been in that situation where my relationship ended abruptly. I gave that as this.
TM Chinese, we are losing you there. We can't hear you. TM Chinese, if you can hear us, we want to let you know that we can't hear you.
One of the meetings. The life we used to
We can't hear you.
have.
Sorry, am I the only one not that I can't hear anything? Am I the only one?
I also expressed that. I also expressed now
I
that.
think she's back. I can see her video now. She's back again.
Oh, she's back again.
Yes, I can see her video. Oh, should we just?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, we are enjoying this story, and it's so sad that network is messing it up.
It's so sad, and I think it's from my end. I don't even understand what's going on. I think it's from my end.
Okay.
Can everybody hear me now?
Yes, the network wants a second chance. The network wants a second chance.
It wants a second chance, but it's not giving us a second chance to continue.
Yeah.
So I'll just quickly, so what I will do is, let me quickly give us the theories, okay? There are 5 theories that are called the theories of second chance. Can everybody still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so the first theory states that second chance does not delete the consequences of our past. Did we get that?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Did we get that?
Yes.
Second chance does not delete the consequences of our past. It means that any decision, behavior, or action from your past will definitely have consequences, but a second chance means that you have the possibility to do things in another way. Did we get that?
Yes.
Okay. The second theory of second chance states that human beings have the ability to try something multiple times before they succeed and achieve their goals. Are we together?
Yes.
It means that you have the opportunity to try again, until you get it right, okay? And you achieve your goals. Quickly, the third theory, are we still together? Let me know when I'm lost.
Yes.
Okay, the third theory states that individuals can continuously recreate themselves and to start again. This implies that you can always be a better version of yourself, and you can make different and better choices than you made in the past. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay, so it means that my friend Lily had her marriage once, twice, and it took her a third time to be able to get the right man. All right? The fourth theory is that we must never attach ourselves to past failures. Are we together?
Yes.
Never attach yourself to past failures. It means that you should never allow your past to define you. Okay?
Okay.
The fifth and final theory is that our success depends on the chances we allow ourselves to take. I'm going to drop these comments in the chat box so that we don't lose it, okay? So be open-minded and explore new opportunities, right? And in conclusion, are we still together?
Yes.
Oprah Winfrey says that if you're still breathing, you have a second chance, right? So let go of the past, forget about the things you cannot change, focus on the things you can change, and learn from any mistake you have made. And when that second chance comes, please grab it with both hands, okay? I'm now going to hand over. If we're together, please say hi.
Hi.
All right. So I'll quickly, I see that my network is really unstable. So let me quickly hand over control of the meeting to our Toastmaster of the day, who is an IT professional, loves traveling, adventure, and extreme sports. He is the current Vice President Education for Lighthouse Toastmasters Club. I'll quickly introduce our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rotimi Omotayo Benson. Please take over control.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, Madam President, for that warm welcome. And thank you for that feature speech. I think it was quite motivating. Taking up the second chance, the theory of the second chance. We always need to give people second chance. And one thing we do in Toastmasters is we don't even believe in the theory of the second chance. Nope. What we believe is in the theory of unlimited chances. And what do I mean? What I mean in Toastmasters, we allow you to come around, come and fail, give your speech, fumble, come back again, you get evaluations, give your speech. Nobody is here to judge you. Because if we pick from what Chinese said, I think at third point, never attach yourself to the past theory. Based on that, people tend to judge people based on what has happened in the past. But in Toastmasters, we don't do that. We've seen scenarios where people give their first speech and they basically froze. But what do? We encourage you. The same person will come back again and give another speech. So in Toastmasters, it is not even second, and we believe in the theory of unlimited chances. That being said, I would like to explain how the meeting today is going to pan out. Normally, in every Toastmasters meeting, we have 3 segments. The first segment is what we call, which is the most dreaded segment, is what we call the table topic segments. It basically prepares you for those impromptu moments where you need to deliver a speech and you're not ready. So try and imagine you're beside a well-known figure and he asks you a question on something you're not familiar with. You need to engage the person in a discussion. So that's what table topics prepares you for. Allows you to listen. It allows you to be able to articulate your thoughts while you're listening to the question. But that's the first segment of the meeting. Now we now have the second segment of the meeting. And the second segment of the meeting is what we call the prepared speeches. In this segment, we have Toastmasters that have gone home, prepared their speeches, they've rehearsed, they've practiced, and they are now coming to deliver those powerful speeches that they've rehearsed and practiced together with their mentors. And the last portion of the meeting is what we call the evaluation. In the evaluation, we have people give those that have given speeches feedback. Like they say, feedback is the breakfast of champions, right? Yes, that's it. Feedback is the breakfast for champions. So here, the meeting is going to be in 3 stages: table topics, prepared speeches, and lastly, evaluation. And now, as I was rightly introduced, I'm going to be your Toastmaster for today. And let me explain what that means. Try and imagine you go for that your O1B part. whereby you have the MC of the day, is the one that is supposed to coordinate the agenda of the meeting. But remember something, even at that Owambe party, you also have other people playing different roles. You have the caterer who will bring the food, come and serve you your food. You have the security man there. You also have the music band. I don't know why in parties, why is it that music bands are always either on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side? I don't know. It's always either of those ones. So same thing in normal Toastmasters meeting. In this meeting, I'm going to have other role players that will help me so that we're going to have an enjoyable meeting. And so without wasting too much time, I would like to introduce the role players for today. And the first role player for today is no other person than the timekeeper and the hour counter. Our timekeeper and our hour counter for today is a chartered accountant. He is currently working at a consulting firm where he carries out audit proceedings for clients. And that's no other person than Toastmaster Ayonshiji Ayongbemi. You have 2 minutes to tell us what your role entails. Toastmaster Ayonshiji, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, over to you, Toastmaster Ayonshiji.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So I'll be playing the 2 roles here. I'll be playing the role of the hour counter and the timekeeper. For the timekeeper, as the Toastmaster of the hour rightly said, we're having 2 sections. We have the table topic session and the prepared speech session. For the prepared speech session, we have 2 minutes. When you hit the 1 minute mark, I'll flash this green light, green card to you, telling you that you spent 1 minute already. Can everybody see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So when you read the 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll flash the yellow card telling you that okay, you have hit the 1 minute 30 seconds mark. Why for the prepared speeches? Well, you have 3 speakers today. We have the 4 minute to 6 minute speech, and also the 8 to 10 minute speeches. So for the 8 to 10 minute speech, when you hit the 8 minutes mark, I'll flash the green light to tell you that you're already on the 8 minutes. Why I'll flash the yellow card to let you know that you're already on the 9 minutes mark. On when you get to the 10 minutes mark, I'll flash the green and the red card, telling you that you have 30 seconds to wrap up. So, and also for the role of the hour counter. So there are some words that we use unintentionally when we speak or when we give our speech. This basically divided into 2. We have the sounds and the words. The sounds include the word like those words that we use unintentionally when we are supposed to pause and articulate our points. Also, we have the one that we use in like the words like basically, actually, and so on and so forth. So at the end of it, I'll be taking note of each of the speaker that is using the words, and I'll be taking note. And at the end of the speech, at the end of the prayer meeting, I'll be giving my reports, and I'm going to be giving sticks to the person that used the first last word most. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Accurate Timekeeper. I was looking at my time over here and I noticed that you spent less than 2 minutes. So I think you are up to the task. So moving on swiftly, I'll be calling the next role player, the next member of my team. And that is no other person than Toastmaster Abubakar Gimba. He joined Toastmaster in the year 2018 in January. He's a project manager. He is the current Sergeant at Arms of Lighthouse Prestige Toastmaster. His hobbies are eating. And guess what? His second hobby. I'm very sure during this lockdown, he would have had enough time to practice his second hobby. His second hobby is sleeping. I'm sure you'd have had enough time to practice your sleeping hobby. On that note, Toastmaster Abubakar, please, can you tell us what your role entails in less than 2 minutes? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rotimi. I'll be playing the roles of grammarian and listening evaluator. So for the first one, as a grammarian, my job is just to monitor proper use of English and grammar. For example, I'll be spotting bad English, and then I'll be commenting good English. I'll be looking out for pronunciations, mispronunciations, and I've introduced the word of the day in the chat box. It's obstinate. The word of the day is obstinate. It means stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion or chosen course of action despite attempts to persuade one to do so. For example, I detest her obstinate determination to pursue a career in radio. Now, at the end of the day, I will be counting the usages of the word of the day. Whoever wins, that is, whoever uses this word the most today will be rewarded. I'll send them cash transfer.
Oh, that's motivating.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Then for the listening evaluator, it's ironic, but when people communicate, they think it's all about speaking or sending messages or writing speeches, but really it's about listening. You listen actively. You just don't say, oh, okay, let me listen so that I can respond. No, you don't do that. If you want to be a really good leader, you have to learn to listen. So what I'm doing here today is just to make sure that we are all listening. I'll be taking excerpts from the speeches today, and then I'll be asking questions later. Now, if you win, you know the reward now. There'll be cash transfer as well. But if you lose, I will be the recipient. So really, and I'll be monitoring the participants. I'll be calling out names. If you win, I promise there'll be a cash transfer. If you lose, you will send the money to me. Thank you very much.
Please, cash transfer of how much?
Exactly. You need to let us know. We are going to be motivated.
Okay. For the grammarian, 10,000. Listen evaluator, 10,000.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, TM Gimba, for that introduction. I think I would have to obstinate. Okay. I would see how I will play with that word today. But now I would like to move on to the next agenda of the meeting. So we are about to enter the meeting proper. And something just flashed my mind. It's very easy. Our theme today is the theory of second chance. And like I said before, it's very easy for us to judge people. So I would like to ask a very funny question. If you were told you are on a panel, HR panel, and somebody walks into the meeting, into the interview, and after the interview, it comes out top, but it now tells you that he's an ex-convict, will you think of giving that person that job, thinking of the theory of second chance? Will anybody here think of giving the person a job? I'd like someone to answer.
Yes.
An ex-convict.
It depends on the job.
Depends on what was convicted.
It depends on the job.
Depends on the job and the crime he was convicted for.
Yeah.
I'm an obstinate person, so I would most likely give the person that job, depending on, as long as it doesn't involve money. So yes. Please, Toastmaster Gimba, that's the book.
Okay, so now we are about to enter the first segment of the meeting. And the first segment of the meeting is, like I said before, is the most dreaded part of the meeting. It's a point that let me not explain it to you. I'll allow the table topics master to explain the role. And our table topics master for today is no other person than TM. Hold on. Let me read her profile out to you. She's an insurance broker and fashionpreneur. Those of us in the tech industry, we say we are a techpreneur. So she's a fashionpreneur. She loves having fun and meeting people. She is currently the Vice President, Public Relations of Lighthouse Toastmaster. So I'd like to pass on control to Toastmaster able to move story. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rotimi. Good morning, everybody. I hope we all had a restful evening. Today, I'm really pleased about Toastmaster Chinese's theme about the theory of second chances. And one of the things I think from my own personal experience, having a second chance or giving yourself a second chance, you have to try to forgive yourself and learn from your past mistakes. Now, in grabbing your second chance, Oprah Winfrey rightly said that success is preparation meeting opportunities. So if you've seen that you've made a mistake before and you're about to take another chance, you need to ensure you prepare yourself. So today, as a table topics master, I'm going to tell you what table topics is for the benefit of our guests. Table topics basically is a long-standing tradition of Toastmasters to help members, and in this case, guests, how to prepare for impromptu speeches. For example, you meet Oprah today, and she says, "How can I help you?" What are you going to tell her? And you know that Oprah is someone that can change your life. So if you get to meet her, are you prepared to give that 2-minute speech that can change your life? So at this point, I actually have about 4 very simple questions. So if you want to volunteer, I have people that I have my eyes set on already. I checked out the participants. But if you want to volunteer, I would just request that you raise your hand. I'll be looking out for you in the chat room. So let's see.
As a volunteer.
Toastmaster Dayo, hi. Toastmaster Pradeep, you're going to be next. I have a question for you. Thank God you volunteered before I called you out. So great. So Toastmaster Dayo, please can you switch on your mic and your video so that we can see you. Hi, Toastmaster Dayo. Nice to see you again today. So you have question 1 to 3. I've read question 4 for Toastmaster Pradeep. So question 1 to 3. Yeah. Remember you have 2 minutes. Yeah. Minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes 30 seconds. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Question 1.
Awesome. Toastmaster Dayo, you just heard the speech about second chances. If you could share with us what the second chance means to you. You have 2 minutes. You have the floor. Thank you.
I lost you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. I said second chance. You just heard a speech about second chances. Yeah?
Yes.
What does it mean to you? If you could share with us in 2 minutes. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay, thank you. For me, second chance from today's speech means to me that we all have second chances. When a new day breaks, a second chance comes our way. It also means that we should learn to move forward from the past. Yes, we will make mistakes. Yes, we would have experiences that we'll call mistakes. Let me correct that. We should be able to learn from that experience and move forward. We all have second chances. From that speech, we have 3, 4, 5 chances. For as long as we are willing to look forward, we shouldn't judge ourselves. We shouldn't judge the next person based on their past experiences, because obviously we all have the opportunity, if we are obstinate enough, to change things around and make things work for our benefit. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Go ahead.
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So we all have the opportunity to learn from past experiences, to develop on those experiences and make the steps we take today as a new day breaks. Whatever steps we take today, we do better than we did before. I think that's it. Okay, I'll hand over back to the Toastmaster. My internet is making me feel you cannot hear me or see me.
We can hear you actually. Thank you so much for that. And what I got from your speech was every day as the day breaks, we have another chance or another shot at making things right. Thank you so much for that. Toastmaster Pradeep, are you ready for me?
Live and direct, fully with you.
Awesome. So my question is basically what has happened in the course of the week. So I've been seeing over the news, a lot of people have been depressed because of COVID-19. They've been on lockdown for a while. And so because they are out now, the depression is starting to, come up and, people are starting to see it. So imagine someone comes to you feeling depressed. Kindly advise the person on how to overcome depression and give themselves a second chance.
Okay. Thank you, Table Topic Master.
Yes, thank you.
Kunle, please come and sit down. Let's have a chat. Your face expressions shows me a lot of depression. Even your body language is what I have not seen you like this before. Please talk to me. Yes, I understand that we're going through a phase which is unprecedented and we have never experienced such thing before. But remember, life always gives you a second chance. Second chance, don't take the word out the number second literally. It means life gives you several chances. Second chance means by the time you get the third chance, it becomes a second chance to the second chance. By the time it gives you a fifth chance, your fourth chance becomes, in that context, it becomes a second chance. So take heart. This thing is not going to remain permanent. We have been hearing of some economies opening generally and gradually. Yes, business will be affected, lifestyle will be affected, but you need to get yourself ready that this is going to be the new normal. And that new normal, you are the one who are going to define that new normal. Nobody else will define that new normal for you. So Tunde, all of us are in the same boat, but we have to row our own boat. It's like riding a cycle is so easy, but it's when the challenge comes is when you stop pedaling the bicycle. So don't stop pedaling your bicycle. Don't stop rowing your boat. You have to continue because these times definitely are not going to end. But if you ask me the question, when is it going to end? My answer will be soon. How soon? I cannot be so precise that on July 7th at 7 p.m. year 2020, it will end. No, I cannot be that specific. But yes, definitely there'll be an end to this. Be cheerful, get your immune system to be better, do some exercises, do some reading, all what you have been doing, but don't think too much. Overthinking is what is the problem. So Kunle, this is my piece of advice to you. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Presido, Toastmaster Pradeep. So exercise, be cheerful. Yeah, got that. Thank you so much. I hope anybody that is feeling that way will be able to pick up one or two things from what Toastmaster Pradeep has already shared. So Toastmaster Toluwalo Nimi, you volunteered. Please, can I see you? Please switch on your video.
Hi. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
You have in between question 2 and question 3, so you can pick one of that.
Question 3.
Question 3, fantastic. So 2 days ago, my son lost his tooth. And while I was still saying, oh, nice, you lost one of your teeth, he said I should keep it under my pillow, that the tooth fairy is coming to pick it up. And I was wondering, where did he hear this from? How can I get him not to believe in the tooth fairy? So you have 2 minutes. Over to you. Do you know what a tooth fairy is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, awesome.
I do.
So over to you. Thank you.
Hi, John. Hey, I understand that you want to believe in something. It's something that we all must do, especially you. You're 4, I'm 40. There are things you believe that I don't believe anymore. There are things you hold dear that to me is nothing. But John, the tooth fairy is real to you. As long as you believe it is fine. As long as there's something to make you happy every day, it is fine. But the tooth fairy won't actually come. It will be me giving you money at night. But I want you to believe in something. So tomorrow, you have something to hold you down. You have something to make you happy. You have something to hold on to. You can believe in Santa Claus. You can believe in Ogbanje, as long as you believe in something, my child. But the tooth fairy is me. I am the tooth fairy. I am Santa. Yeah, that's it. Uh, I think I didn't finish my time, but yeah, that's all I have.
That's good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Oluwalonimi. That was exactly what I told him after I've given him all the snacks. I said, I am the tooth fairy. And he didn't check. He said, no, you're not the tooth fairy. I said, I am the tooth fairy. So thank you very much for that. I think I'll pass on that information across to him. So Toastmaster Ned, you were next. You were next. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Oluwalonimi. Toastmaster Ned.
Hi.
You volunteer. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so my question to you is, what is your biggest regret? And if you were to get a second chance, how would you rewrite that regret? You have 2 minutes. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. What is my biggest threat? Was that what you said?
Regret.
Oh, okay. And how will I correct it if I have a second chance, right?
Correct.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone again. My biggest regret in life is probably not doing certain things I should have done at an early stage in life. More likely, I feel the time I spent doing some very relevant things like, playing around the neighborhood or just playing video games could have been actually used for more productive things, like picking up some essential skills that could have seen me better placed right now. But notwithstanding, the whole concept of a second chance is actually where I want to focus the energy on, because it shows me a new paradigm that actually makes me feel unlimited. It makes me feel like I can go back and do those things that I regret not doing, even at an older age, and still be able to, achieve certain skills and knowledge that I wasn't able to pick up and I currently regret, especially now that I'm in the working place and I see certain things I could have done better. So knowing that I have a second chance compels me to now go back, dust off those things that have been holding me back and basically just propel me to go and achieve what I want to achieve. Thank you. The time is up.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ned. So you want to go back in time and do things better. Awesome. I hope we've all learned something. Please, can we all unmute our mics and give them a round of applause Toastmaster Gaia, Toastmaster Pradeep, and Toastmaster me on Toastmaster Next. Please give them a round of applause. Picking up topics and just talking about it. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this section of the table topics. Next time when I get to handle it, Toastmaster John, I'm there. I know you are there somewhere, and I wish I could ask you, but at this point, I'd like to hand over the meeting to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rotimi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ibukun. Right now, we should have a poll coming up on our screens for us to vote for who we think was the best table topics speaker. Okay, while they are sorting that one out at the back end, there was a topic that you gave out, the one about tooth fairy. You know, it's quite interesting. While we were young, our parents used to tell us all sorts of stories. I remember one that my mother used to tell me. Then I would go to the kitchen, carry a plate of food. Instead of going to the dining table to go and eat, I would stand right there and I would start eating. And she would say something. I would say it in Yoruba, which means that don't stand while you are eating. The food is going to your leg. I had to ask my mother, what does that mean? So when they were young, they used to tell them that to dissuade them. And I'm like, that generation, they used to tell them all sorts of things and they took it hook, line, sinker. But these are our kids nowadays. If you tell them one thing, they will ask you all sorts of questions. Another thing I picked from the table topics was when TM Pradeep spoke about new skill sets. I think this COVID has taught us that we need to develop new skill sets. For instance, we're having an online meeting. It's a different feel entirely. Try and imagine having a physical meeting. You can see those we are talking to. Right now, I'm looking at the camera and it feels so weird. I can't even see your reaction. I can't see anything. But those are skill sets that you also need to learn. If you're going to have a meeting, how are you going to position yourself? How are you going to look straight into the camera so that others can feel you? If you're a physical meeting, they will tell you, look at your audience, look this way, look to your center, look to the right. But now, you're looking just at one camera right in front of you. So this new thing this COVID has called for a new skill set that we need to learn. And without wasting too much time, I'd like to move on to the next segment, which is called the evaluation. And that's another thing I learned in Toastmasters. When I first joined, I used to say evaluation. I said, no, it is evaluation. So this segment is going to be handled by someone. And that is no other person that, before I introduce her, this person usually volunteers for table topics. The only reason why she didn't participate today is because she's probably the one evaluating. Otherwise, she should have been the first person to raise up her hand. But let me tell you who that person is. And that is no other person than Toastmaster Joy Cheyenne, who is a business analyst that loves reading and traveling. Toastmaster Joy, please, over to you. Toastmaster Joy Cheyenne, are you there, please?
They said the host has stopped my video.
Stop your video. You need to see your face.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
I'm sure you were looking forward to me volunteering.
Good morning. I trust you.
Yes, I was surprised you didn't volunteer at all. I was hoping to just see your hand somewhere.
Good morning. I'm very happy to be here. I woke up earlier than usual. If you notice, you might see some makeup on my face. So I had enough time to.
I think maybe she's having a network challenge.
TM Dio,
TM Joy, we can't hear you.
I think she's having a network challenge, I think. Then have we all voted?
I'm sure they've all voted. Toastmaster Joy, are you there?
Okay. Toastmaster Ibukun, Toastmaster Rotimi, have everyone voted so that?
Yes.
I'm sure they will have all voted because it will be on their screen if they haven't.
Okay, okay. Yes. Okay. I think, sorry for the weekend transmission.
Okay, I think she's back.
She's back now.
Yes.
Okay, so I was talking about TM Dio. I thought that your speech was thoughtful. You thought about the question, and in thinking about it, you responded to it appropriately. There was a bit of interruption, I think, from the internet while you were speaking, but I thought it was thoughtful. If there was more time, you probably would have been able to share more, but you were very clear. It was very easy to follow you. However, I think I'll leave you to the listening evaluator, but just in case he misses it, I think you said obstinate enough. I'm not sure if that was the correct use of that word, but I'll leave it to the grammarian or the listening evaluator. Overall, I thought you did well. Hopefully, you give your next speech and we'll be able to listen to you more. I'll move next to TM Pradeep. I think that your voice was very clear. You didn't waste any time responding to the question that was asked you, and it was appropriate. The content that you gave was appropriate for the question that was asked. However, I'm not sure if I got the impression that it was a dialogue you were advising someone. So I don't know if there are any technicalities to giving a speech where we have to imagine that you're talking to someone, whether it's the pace or some kind of pauses in between to give the impression that you're talking to the person and the person is listening back or nodding or saying anything. But overall, I thought that you did a good job. TM Tolu, I liked your smile. It appeared from your body language that you were talking to a child and it was funny to you. So you had this kind of smirk on your face that made the mood lighter, and I could just imagine being a toddler sitting in front of you and listening to you. I liked the fact that you gave a story and you just tried to tell the person that, look, we all have these big stories that they told us, but just, get off this one. It's not true. So overall, I thought you did a good job, but I think you ended abruptly. Sometimes just try to think of a way to imagine how you want to close your speech so that you don't just jump out of it and say, I think my time is up. I think it takes away from all the good content that you probably had been delivering earlier on. TM Ned, I think you have good storytelling skills. I don't know if it's your voice or your body language, but I think your speech was endearing. There was a storytelling feel to it, and it just made the atmosphere warmer. It was very easy to listen to you and follow your story. You had you appeared to be vulnerable. That's the word I'm looking for. And it made everybody relax. Well, it made me relax that you would open up and tell us something about yourself in trying to pass your message. There was something you said, knowing that I have a second chance propels me to do so and so. I like that. What I think you can do better is just to practice more so that you become more comfortable in front of the camera. in front of people. So on that note, that would be I'm going to close my evaluation for the table topics. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Joy. The theory of a second chance. I don't know if we have any lawyer in the house, but I think there is something about that too in the court of law when it comes to second chances. If you have a criminal in court and the criminal has consistently committed a crime, let's say for the past 5 years, the same crime every year, if you bring that criminal to the court, you still need to prove at that particular court sitting that that criminal has committed the same offense. Because even the court gives you the chance of a second chance, gives you the opportunity of a second chance. So on that note, I would like to bring the first half of the meeting to a close. Normally what we do in the physical meeting, normal physical meeting, I think I would say in the physical meeting, because it seems online meeting is also becoming normal. So we also need to call it, so we need to differentiate physical meeting, not the normal physical meeting and online meeting. What we do in the physical meeting is, when we are on break, we tell you to network with 1 or 2 people. But now this is online. Everybody has to network with one another. On that note, I will call the timekeeper to please help us with the time. We have just 2 minutes to go on break. Please, you can all turn on your cameras and you can all turn on your microphones at this moment. Please turn up your camera and microphones.
Woo! Thank you, Toastmaster Rotimi, for not being obstinate and for giving us a second chance or a chance to network. Toastmaster Gimba, are you here? It's not a joke now. What do you mean?
Now, why with this your hair?
Yeah.
President. I want to use the word obstinate. Obstinate.
To be used in a sentence. It has to be used in a sentence correctly.
That's to be used correctly.
Now, use this in a sentence.
Are you
Use it in a sentence. CM Pradeep.
Yes,
sorry,
please.
where is your
I hereby obstinate to take down your cap.
No.
Please, that one is not it.
That's not it.
Toastmaster Gimba, I'm listening to the 10,000 naira question.
I think those that refuse to turn on their videos are just so obstinate.
Master Gimba, don't be obstinate with sharing that money with me.
You want to collect this money back?
No, that is
not
correct.
using this word now. I'm using it now.
You should. Me, I'm happy. I like to hear the word. I like to hear the word.
Thank you.
Make sure you don't count it in this session. Make sure you don't count the use of the word in this session.
Those who have not turned on their videos and
yes, not official.
Are very, very obstinate.
Who is more obstinate? Toastmaster Ruth, is that you? Are you trying to be obstinate? Yes. No, you can't be.
Those that are not turning on their cameras and microphones, they are very obstinate.
No, that's not true. Those people are trying to turn on their videos, but it's been turned off by the host.
Yes. I am obstinate to have more friends in Toastmasters.
Evaluator, are you hearing that?
Network session.
Okay.
I'm back. I lost connection.
Do not count obstinate in this section.
Please, our guests.
Okay,
Our
time
guests,
keeper.
obstinate people.
Oh, Tia Mabubaka. Can you hear
Nobody's
me now?
talking. Our guest, Joshua.
No.
Time up, guys.
Time up, please. Let's.
Not be obstinate, please. Time off.
Okay. Welcome back.
Timekeeper is an obstinate man.
Good.
Welcome back to second. Oops. Okay, you can hear me. Welcome back to the second half of the meeting. I wish I could ask you who you met in during the break time, but it sounds very odd to ask that kind of question. Also, for the benefits of the guests in our midst, this is the second half of the meeting, and what that means is it's the point where we have those Toastmasters who have gone home to rehearse and prepare their speeches with their mentors, and are here to deliver their speeches. Today, we are going to be having 3 speakers. The first speaker today, do we have Toastmaster Shayo in the house?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Laura, are you in the house too?
The host mute everybody other than the people speaking. Someone's background.
Laura, are you in the house?
Right now.
Sorry, hold on 1 second, please. Is Laura in the house?
She's in the house. I can see her.
Fine. Okay, so
I'm in the house.
Okay, that's fine. So the first speaker today will be delivering a speech on, sorry, 1 second, pathways. It's going to be an icebreaker speech. Now in Toastmasters, the first speech you deliver is called the icebreaker. She's going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Laura. But before I read out Toastmaster Laura's profile, let me tell you about Toastmaster Shayo. She's an architect who joined Toastmaster just last month. She joined April 20, you're in May, right? Yeah. April 2020. And she loves to dance. She'll be evaluated by Toastmaster Laura. Toastmaster Laura joined Toastmasters also in this year 2020. So you can see in Toastmasters, once you join, you have to get into the action. Don't wait for it to, don't join and be a passive member. Join, play roles, get active, deliver your speeches, evaluate speeches, and Toastmaster Laura will be evaluating our first speech today. Toastmaster Laura joined Toastmasters in 2020. She's a JavaScript developer. She loves cycling and singing. So Toastmaster Laura, please, can you read out Toastmaster Folashayo Umishori's speech objectives?
I didn't get any objective. I only know that she's doing an icebreaker.
Okay, so Tim Salif. Okay, let me, Tim Shayo.
Yes, please.
Let me read out
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I was expecting, because the moment I connected them, they asked to speak to each other. So my expectation is they would have told themselves what the speech objectives were and would have been ready for the evaluation.
Okay, Tim Shire, let me read out objectives to you quickly. The purpose of this project is for members to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. You have 4 to 6 minutes to deliver this speech. Please, the floor is yours.
Hey, you can eat chicken, but you cannot spell chicken. This was an embarrassing statement said to me by my lesson teacher when I was in primary 4. I had attended 13 primary schools because we moved around a lot. My mom, with iron hands, single-handedly trained us, and she tried providing the basics that she could. My name is Omishori Folashaya. I'm the 12th child out of 14 children by my father. However, I have 2 siblings from my mom who were popularly known, and I'm the last born, who were popularly known as Papa, Mama, and Baby. My mom was an economics teacher in Queen's College, Java, Lagos. She was very passionate about her job and hardworking also. She was loved by her colleagues and even her students. But my strict mom, at the slightest mistake I make like this, she would just slap me or use turning stick, popularly known as omorogu in Yoruba, to reset my brain if I was going out of line. This made me very scared and quiet while growing up. There were times when I attended 2 primary schools in one session. I had unstable friends and no childhood memories due to this. I became very shy and timid. I was scared to express myself even when I knew the right thing to say. I resorted in sitting at the back seat because I didn't want my teachers to call me out so as not to get embarrassed. It affected my level of concentration, I must tell you. So I guess my mom knew the implication of this and she decided to pay for extra lessons. And during one of the spelling session for the extra lesson, my teacher called me out and said, "Shayo, spell chicken." I stood up. I was scared. I think I know how to spell chicken. But my heart was pacing fast and my mouth failed to speak. And suddenly my teacher came closer to me and he shouted and he said, "Hey, you can eat chicken, but you cannot spell chicken." Everyone laughed. They laughed at me. This moment really got to me. I could never forget the shame I experienced. I cried on. I wish I knew how to be better. I wish I had someone I could share my pain with. I will tell you something. My educational background today was founded more by determination and not by brilliancy. There were times when I was unsure or uncertain of what the next season of my life could offer. But in those moments, there was a still small voice that comes to comfort me and make me feel like there was hope for a brighter tomorrow. But there were days also that I questioned that voice because I couldn't imagine or think of any miracle that could happen to me. But here I am, thankful and grateful. Do you know, I still got admission into Queen's College, Java, Lagos. Do you know, after that, I still got admission into University of Lagos to study architecture for my BSc. Immediately after my BSc, I started my master's in architecture also. I am now a registered architect and a consultant. And today, I'm a district architect in Lagos State Building Control Agency in charge of 2 local governments. I'm still on the journey towards my the growth of my personal development, and that's why I am here in Toastmasters today. I have dreams of going into real estate very soon and also going into politics. But pending the time, I'll keep sharing my stories to anyone in a similar situation and to our youth out there. I'll tell them to keep taking the right step. They should never give up on themselves. Though it may be slow, but it is sure that one day they will look back and be thankful for not giving up. There's a popular saying that says, you may not be able to control your past, but you can influence your future. The Toastmaster.
Woo! Please let's unmute your mic and jam your hands for her. Then Shayo. That was
amazing.
I think the topic as Pete title was motivational strategies. Now, we want to go into politics. I'll leave that. That's a personal decision. But now let's move on swiftly to the next speaker for today. The next speaker for today is, let me first tell you, let me read out her profile to you. She joined Toastmasters in March 2015. She's a dressmaker. I don't call her a dressmaker, I call her tailor. But trust me, she's not one of those tailors that disappoints. When she tells you she will deliver this day, she will deliver. That one I'm sure about. She loves reading and mirror talking. This mirror talking thing. Let's do that by the side. Her name is Toastmaster Ayotola Olarewaju. Toastmaster Ayotola Olarewaju will be evaluated by Toastmaster Ikena. Toastmaster Ikena joined Toastmaster in year 2013. He is a digital media entrepreneur and investor. He loves reading, writing, speed driving. Speed driving, I love that. I think I would like to, we'll talk after this. And traveling. Toastmaster Ikena, please, can you read out Toastmaster Ayotola's speech objectives to her?
Okay. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so I would like to read out the speech objective of Toastmaster Ayotola Olanrewaju's speech. Toastmaster Ayotola Olanrewaju will be delivering her speech from the Competent Communication Manual Project 10, Inspire Your Audience. And I'll just read the objective. One is to inspire the audience to appeal to noble motives and challenging the audience to achieve a higher level of beliefs and achievement. 2, appeal to the audience's need and emotions using stories, anecdotes, quotes, and add drama. And 3, avoid using notes. You have 8 to 10 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Ayotola.
On your marks, get set, go! And the new girl goes off with the wind. She was going off. The 400-meter race is eating up. New girl leaves everyone else in the proverbial dust. I was new girl. The new girl was me. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Have you ever been in a race before? If yes, how did you feel? How well did you hope to perform? And how did you eventually do? Now, if you're half the worry gods that I am, I bet you must have thought of 1,001 scenarios way before the race began. You see, some years ago, as a teenager, I attended about 7 secondary schools. Yes, 7. I think maybe I'm related to Toastmaster Shayo. And this actually ensured that I was always the new girl at my school. And I constantly had to reintroduce myself. On the day that I went for my entrance exam at my 3rd school, it was weeks after resumption. And I was sitting alone in the examination room. I looked out the window and I saw this extremely good-looking guy walk past. He turned and flashed me the prettiest smile I'd ever seen and said, "Good luck." I knew I had to pass that exam and get into that school, which I did. And I soon found out that Mr. Close-Up Smile's name is Christian, and he was the head prefect. From that day on, I had a silent crush on Senior Christian. And weeks later, it was inter-house sports season, and I was selected to run in the 400-meter race. Yes, I was selected. And no, I wasn't chubby at the time. I was slim. And I can only imagine whoever told everyone that every slim girl can run. I bet we were going to find out if I had a superpower or not. Now, I practiced. I was determined to give you my best shot and let everybody know my name in this school. So, at the field, I did what I do best, worry. What if I fall? What if I fail? What if I'm left behind? What if a giant bird swoops in and grabs me? What if, and what if? And next, the whistle went off, and I dashed off like a bat out of hell, determined to win that race. I left everyone else in the proverbial dust. But almost as soon as I began to lose steam. And the next thing I knew, boom, the first girl went past, and then the next girl. Now I began to panic. Oh my God, I'm going to lose. In that panic, I stumbled over a rock and fell. You can imagine my embarrassment that day. And to make matters worse, guess who came running? Senior Christian. I wish the ground would open up and swallow me. But no, it didn't. And when it got to me, it just crouched beside me and flashed those pearly eyes. Oh, he stretched out his hand to help me up and said, "Are you okay?" I started to say, "Yeah, I'm fine," but others already left me. He said, "That's fine. Just keep moving." I looked at him as if to say, "What's wrong with this one? I mean, I know I think you're cute, but that's social suicide. I am going to lose." I think he was reading my thoughts. He said, "But what have you got to lose?" He was right. Nothing. I was just new girl. No one knew my name, and I'd done nothing to be known for. And so I decided to give it another go. And this time, I ran faster than I've ever run before. I gave it my all. My whole body was burning. I was sweating profusely, but I didn't give up. I kept running and running. I breezed past all these girls, and surprisingly, with all that speed, I came first from the rear. Apparently, running wasn't my superpower, and I didn't breeze past anybody. It was just the sound of my feet on the floor. But I was determined not to lose faith. So as I went to the stand where you would always find your glucose D rather, I was like, yeah, let me get mine. And then I grabbed a bottle of water and I started playing around. Oh my God, the new girl was going off with the gate of a gazelle. But oh no, the stone wouldn't let her shine. And then Juliet, she's the cheetah. She ran through the finish line like a boss. Ooh. And then Buki came a close second. Oh my God, what a race, what a race. Unknown to me, the teacher who was in charge of the press club was right behind me. And then she just tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Why aren't you in the press club?" Okay. That day, I signed up for press club. And all through the other sporting activities, I assisted the running commentary, I read the news at the assembly, and I was so persistent that I even quickly became lead anchor for school news. And trust me, my school, that meant I decided what was newsworthy and what wasn't. And by the end of the school year, every single person in school and their cousins knew my name. including Senior Christian. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt stuck in a race and you feel like quitting? Have you set goals and it seems so daunting? Don't give up. Keep moving. It was Martin Luther King Jr. that once said, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. And if you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. Whether it's your job, relationship, career, life, or your Toastmasters goal, keep moving. Or maybe you're stuck due to the current pandemic. I'll give you an example of a friend who lost his job during the 2007-2010 global financial crisis. Instead of pitying himself, he kept moving. And then he acquired new skills, and today is way better because he didn't quit, because of the skills he acquired during the time he lost his job. He knew that throwing in the towel wasn't an option. I know how discouraging it can seem to set goals and fall short. But if only you keep moving, you could find not just what you're looking for, but what you really need. Back then, I thought crushing the 400-meter race was going to let me be known. But instead, I discovered my love for media. Late last year, I returned to complete my CC10 because it was a goal that I had since 2015. And I ended up participating in a competition that I didn't even plan for and went up to the district level. You probably joined Toastmasters to become a competent communicator. And you could also find long-lasting friendships and great business connections. To fellow runners, wherever you find yourself in the race of life, remember, slow progress is still progress. So despite the letdowns, despite whatever failure you meet, get back up and don't give up. Like Chinenza said earlier, try, and try again until you get it right. Just keep moving. The Toastmaster.
Please let us jam our hands. I think I now know your Senior Christian. And just to add, Mayotola came second place at the whole West African District International Speech Contest, which was just...
That deserves a round of applause. Yay! Everybody should unmute their mic. No. If you like, faint. If you like, fall down from your chair. Do anything, but just hail her. Just hail her.
In fact,
Mayotola, we hail you.
No. Put on your videos. Put on your videos for 30 seconds. Put on your video for 30 seconds. Yes. Not easy. Not easy. Yes, so nice one.
Yay!
Incredible. Thank you.
Mayo, well done.
Mayo, well done.
I also competed in that competition. Wait, let me say my story. So, this meeting, this is a combined meeting for Lighthouse Toastmasters and Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters. So I was one of those that represented Lighthouse Toastmasters at the club level. Then Mayotola represented our club, Lighthouse Prestige, at the club level. We now met at the area level. By the time Mayotola did, she was the first speaker at the area level. When she delivered her speech, I lost confidence. I was like, geez, she's good.
I was there. You wanted to give up. You said, I'm not speaking again.
Okay, Rotimi, why did you give up now?
I didn't give up, but Mayotola
speaking career.
Eventually went to, she won the area contest, she went to the division contest, she went to district, now came second.
Yes.
Moving on swiftly. Now, let's move on to the last speaker for today. And the last speaker for today is Toastmaster Queen. Toastmaster Queen joined Toastmaster in year 2016. She's the current Vice President, Public Relations for Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters. She's a dance and fitness instructor who loves reading and writing. How come so many people love reading and writing? Well, she'll be evaluated by Toastmaster Samson Falade. Toastmaster Samson Falade is the current Vice President membership of Lighthouse Toastmaster. He's a banker. Toastmaster Samson, please can you read out Toastmaster Queen's speech objectives?
Okay, Toastmaster Queen, good afternoon, Toastmaster Queen, and good afternoon, everybody. I think I don't have to read out the speech objective because it's the same speech objective with Toastmaster Ayotola's speech. So you can just proceed with your speech. So best of luck.
What was your biggest lesson? What are you most grateful for? How can you increase your chances of success? Imagine if you ask yourself this question daily rather than annually. The rate of your growth will soar. I mean, growth is so important to us. Who wants to stay on the same spot forever? It's one reason we're in Toastmasters, to grow, to realize our potentials, and to live out our wildest dreams. They say you're either moving forward or you're going backward. There's nothing like stagnancy. So how do you know which direction you're moving? By the way you feel at the end of the day, or by the number of activities you've done each day. During this period, it's very important that we are growing and that we are staying afloat. What started off as holiday for some people has quickly evolved into what I like to call continuous weekday ends. A weekday end is a combination of the weekday and weekends, when the weekdays and weekends blend. It's when Monday equals to Wednesday equals to Sunday. And the TGIF line that used to be the police separating weekdays and weekends is blurred. And so in this period, compounded with the fact that a lot of industries are on lockdown, it's easy to like professional and personal growth is stagnant. But I'd like to encourage you that during this period, you can not only grow, but you can grow exponentially with a tool called journaling. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, journaling is a record of your experiences and observations during a certain time period. These responses can be from questions you have answered or from self-reflection. American author Al Herold said that journaling has enabled him to know what he's accomplished, what he's grateful for, and what he can do better tomorrow. It gives how he put it, enables you enjoy your growth deeply enjoy your journey. According to American author and blogger Tim Ferriss, journaling is the most cost-effective type of therapy he's found. Journaling typically is reviewing your day at the end of the day, your performance and your progress. I first came across journaling from a book by John Maxwell called How Successful People Grow. In this book, he says that journaling can lead to exponential growth and that we can try it daily. And I thought, daily? What's that time? But with all this lockdown, it turns out everybody has that time. And so I gave it a shot and the results have been great. I have learned things that would have taken me 3 weeks to even understand what was going on in 3 days. And I've learned to be grateful even in imperfect times like this. And I think the same can happen for you and even more. Now, it doesn't have to be daily. It can be weekly or monthly. In fact, Sunday evening is a very good time for journaling because Sunday is the bridge between the previous week and the week you're about to get into. So you can ask yourself questions like, what was your biggest success last week and how did you come across it? what was your biggest time sink and how can you avoid it? And so you can take these lessons and impute them into the upcoming week. However, I'd like to encourage you that the shorter the time interval, the better, because of our short-term memory. You don't want to lose information that could hold lessons for you because you waited too long. Our short-term memory is limited. I can carry maybe 7 things at a time, and it keeps replaying these things over and over again. And so for daily journaling, you need to pour these things out on paper so that you can see clearly and think clearly. Journaling has been shown to improve critical thinking and decision-making skills. Some people wait till the end of the year to review their year when they're trying to create New Year resolutions. But why wait till the end of the year? It's like our theme for today, the theory of second chance. Every day, every week, every month can be a new year if you practice journaling. Feedback, we usually say, is the breakfast for champions. How many times do you have breakfast a day? For some people, it's 2 times a day they're eating. We need to practice what we preach and leave this principle out. When you sit down with your bread, some people like to put akara in the middle and call it akara burger. Add your journal from the previous night with you. If anybody should disturb you, tell them that you're having a balanced diet. And so your journal from the previous day can contain what you're grateful for, and this can help you start your day with a grateful heart. Journaling has been shown to increase happiness and boost your mood. Another effect of journaling is that it calms you and centers you. Because for some people, this lockdown has a lot of distractions when they are trying to work. It's like a symphony. The dog is making journaling allows you to take some time apart and reflect. For some people, this is the only me time they have, and so it's therapeutic. 3 things you need when you're journaling. You need a set of questions. You can create them or you can select them from popular questions people use. You need a time and location for it, and you need a notepad and a pen. Now, writing is preferred when you're journaling because writing improves your memory, it encourages deep thinking and reflection. And also, there are less distractions when you're writing. Because when you try to journal on your phone and you start, so today I'm grateful for one WhatsApp message will come in or one Instagram post. And then you're like, let me just read it, let me just look at it very quickly. And then you tap. Next thing you know, 30 minutes have gone and you're watching Don't Rush Challenge. With notepad and pen, those distractions are eliminated. However, I should let you know that with journaling, there might be some challenges you would face. One of the most popular ones is there's no time. Journaling is not an essay writing competition. Or you can write just a few bullet points for your reference, for your responses. Another one people say is, what's even the benefit there, sir? You don't lack motivation. For this, you might need to give yourself a reward for the first few times you journal. And then you realize that the results you get from journaling can act as a reward itself. Sometimes you might also find that it's hard to bring up responses when you're journaling, especially on a bad day. Looking for the things to be grateful for on a bad day can be hard, but these are the days that you even need journaling the most because it forces you to find good in a day, which is the truth. Every day has something good in it. Now, feedback and journaling is nothing new to us. At Toastmasters, we have a whole section dedicated for it called the evaluation section. At work, we have KPIs and performance review season. In business, by the time you look at your monthly account statement, you will be forced to journal and know what you are doing wrong and what you are doing right. Journaling is so essential to us. If we can spend the time to review our performance at work and business, why not our personal lives? Our personal growth is tied or highly influences other areas of growth in our lives. Do you know who the worst teacher in the world is? Experience. Because while other teachers will give you the lessons and then give you a test, experience flips it. Experience will give you the test first and then ask you to learn the lessons from it. So do you want to keep getting flogged in experience class? Start journaling and learning from your experiences. As I conclude, I'd like to share with you a quote by DJ Kaios, who is an international DJ and a motivational speaker. He said, "This lockdown has enough me time to help you get your life together. Refuse to leave it the same way you came in. To your exponential growth and success, fellow Toastmasters and guests."
Please let us jam our hands together for. I forgot to mention our speech title. Our speech title was an expo to exponential growth. And when it comes to journaling, I think it's something I just started doing. So I have this journal. I don't know if you can see it. That I use, self-journal. It's a very, very good habit. It lets you reflect over things. And one more thing, Toastmaster Queen and Toastmaster Ayo just completed their competent communication project. So they've delivered 10 speeches. So please, can we jam our hands together for them? Normally, I won't say normally, in a critical meeting.
You want a standing ovation.
Amazing, amazing. Nice one, nice one. One icebreaker, 2cc on a day. What a day. One icebreaker, 2cc. Amazing.
Wow. Congratulations.
So we move on swiftly to the next. Our time is fast spent. We need to. I'm going to call on the evaluators now to start evaluating. I'll call on the first person to evaluate. That will be. Before that, I'd like to call for best for the poll. Please, can you vote for the best speaker? Who do you think was the best speaker? A poll should appear on your screen now.
TM wrote to me, I don't think the first speech should be automatically, should be an automatic winner. The vote should be between TM Ayo and TM Queen.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Because it's an experience.
Yes, it's not in the same category. Exactly.
Okay, that's fine. I think they will take note of that at the back end. Okay, so while we are voting, I think the first evaluator can come on stage. Toastmaster Laura.
Yeah.
Okay, the floor is yours. The platform is yours.
I'm a fellow Toastmasters and guests. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
For a few seconds, can you unmute your mic and give Toastmaster Shayo a big round of applause? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Shayo, I want to say that congratulations on your icebreaker, and that was so good. That was so good. Your introduction was on fire. You cannot smell chicken, but you can eat chicken. And one thing that was really evident in your speech was that you were smiling a lot. I was grinning at myself throughout the speech. I was totally smiling at myself because of the way you smiled. And one thing smiling does for you is that it makes you approachable. It makes you look approachable and make people love you. So when you smile at people, they can't but love you back. That was a good point. Smiling, always smile. I think you had a very good storytelling skill. I mean, this is your first speech. I can imagine what it would be like before the end of the year. It's so good. Now, excuse me, is that green light for me?
Just go on. Go ahead. Go ahead. It means you're still on time. It means you're
Just
still on time.
2 minutes for each evaluator.
And you had very nice hand gestures. For instance, when you said 2 children, you're like 2 children. That was still good. And at some point, you forgot your line. You froze, but you were able to pick yourself up and you were there like, no, I'm just going. And you kept going, and that was I felt that I saw that, and I was like, yeah, that was still good. And your eye contact, you were like looking at the screen, you're fixed on the screen, and that was good. And you use visual aids a lot, like the cap and the spatula you use. And one thing I think you could work on, I saw that wasn't too good, because you were clapping your hand at the beginning. I want you to take that I want you to work on that. Focus on your hand. But every other thing, you did a very great job. Congratulations on your icebreaker. Thank you. The Toastmaster.
Thank you, Tim. Laura. Moving on swiftly, I would like to call on this next evaluator. That would be Toastmaster Ikena to evaluate Toastmaster Ayotola.
Please, let's put our hands together for Toastmaster Ayotola. Let's unmute our mics and put our hands together for Toastmaster Ayotola. Can we do that quickly, please? Okay. Toastmaster Ayotola, first of all, congratulations on completing your CC. You're officially a competent communicator. Congratulations on that. And your speech indeed reflects the values and the quality of a competent communicator in Toastmasters. I like the way you started your speech with the commentary on the race commentary, which was attention grabbing for the audience. It was particularly attention grabbing for me. Your speech connotes good storytelling skills. I liked the twist somewhere along the line where you said you came first and then you paused from behind. That was good. I liked also how you built up the story. You took us on a journey from the start of your speech all the way through until you started giving us the call to action. You also have an excellent body language in delivering your speech, which was a vehicle for you to pass your message across. I like your camera position. It was well positioned, which helped us, gave you a lot of room to gesticulate and deliver your speech appropriately. You also had a good choice of location for your speech. Your gestures were engaging. You have good voice reflections, which were appropriate for your speech. You have good pauses, which helped drive your message across. You were inspiring. Your speech was inspiring, which was a major objective of your speech. I liked the quotes you used. If you cannot run, then walk. If you can't walk, crawl. You just have to keep moving. I also like the fact that you used a personal story to drive your message across. As a matter of fact, I find it difficult to picking out something I think you could improve upon. Your speech was excellent. I mean, watching you progress all the way from speech 1, and then your recent comeback, which followed with winning the speech competitions over and over again. Overall, your speech was amazing. But a little thing I think you could have done better. I think you could have tried to get a balance between being dramatic and also driving emotion across, which was also a critical objective of your speech. I think you're a little bit too dramatic. Could have tried to balance it somewhere between driving the message, emotion with your message, and also being dramatic relatively. But all in all, it was a fantastic speech. I thoroughly enjoyed your speech, and it was memorable. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ikena. I'll be calling on the last evaluator for today, and that's Toastmaster Samson Falade to please evaluate Toastmaster Queen.
Okay. Good afternoon, Toastmaster Queen and fellow Toastmasters once again. Please, let's give Toastmaster Queen a round of applause for completing our CC. Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Queen, and you're welcome to the club. my evaluation of your speech, I'm going to tell you what I felt you did very well on and maybe areas of improvement. I love the fact that you started with a question. Of course, question provokes your listeners to be interested in what you want to say. It's like you are calling our attention. So for the fact that I started with a question was quite thought-provoking and it attracted our attention. I love the fact that you used quotes. You quoted several authors. You quoted an American author and several other authors. That showed your speech was well researched and it was fantastic. I love the fact that you quoted a book or you brought a book written by John Maxwell, and you actually brought that book for effect. I think that was a wonderful use of props. And I love the fact that you actually imbibed several lessons you learned from your speech one to nine, body gestures, eye contact, and structuring of your speech. I think that was wonderfully done. I love the fact that you actually referenced the theme of the day. I think that was quite smart and inspiring. What do I think you could have done better? One, I think you there are some basic things I felt you should have worked on. You named some you said KPIs, TGIF, don't rush challenge. You come with the assumption that we know what all this means. Next time, if you are saying these things, maybe KPI, you should tell us what KPI means. TGIF, tell us what TGIF means. Don't rush challenge. Tell us what don't rush challenge means. You might assume we know it, but not everybody might not necessarily know it. I love the fact that you were well dressed for the occasion. You were smiling, and your body gesture was on point. I felt your choice of topic would have been more connecting because I think your topic was supposed to appeal more to our emotions. I think your topic appealed more to our logic. That's the logic of keeping a journal rather than appealing to our emotion. Then I felt you should have used stories or anecdotes, maybe like, for example, how journaling had benefited you. I think it would have connected, it would have made us connect more with the audience. It would have made us connect more with you. But overall, I think you did a wonderful job, and congratulations once more for concluding your season, the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samson Falade. Okay, I would like to call on my role players to please deliver their reports. I'll first of all call on the timekeeper. Were they all on time?
Yes, everybody was on time.
Okay, do you have any report for the hour counter?
For the hour counter.
Yes.
For the hour counter role.
Yes.
The job was quite a task really, but Ned make it very easy for me.
Your rule. Just continue.
Ned make it easy for me. He used the word like 15 times or thereabout, so he's the winner for today.
Okay,
so what do we tell to Ned?
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
Okay, next, Toastmaster Gimba, please can you quickly give us your report?
So let's start with word of the day. The word of the day was used twice. There's a tie here. We have TM Rotimi and TM Ibdukum. They used it once. Just once. Because we were capturing the official usage of the word, not during the talking sessions. So now we have.
No, I think you could have captured that. So it was all part. Okay,
yes.
I think so.
No, it's within the speech that you captured word of the day.
Okay, within the meeting.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah,
within the meeting or
no networking.
We will share it. 5,000, 5,000.
No problem. Then for the listening evaluator, I have just one question. Just one question. I would put it out there to everyone. Sorry. Okay. Toastmaster Chineze Amanfo spoke about the theory of second chances. Who can tell me the third theory? The third one.
The individual can recreate and start all over again and be a better version of himself. That's the third one. My name is T.M. Pradeep. My account number is 601-217-619 Citibank.
Wow, thank you so much. that was too good.
In case he doesn't know, this is T.M. Pradeep Otumba.
Yeah, his name is obvious now. Okay, thank you. That was good, actually. It's the right one. You captured it well. Thank you very much. I don't have any other questions. I trust we're all listening. I mean, the audio is very clear, and I mean, unless you want more questions.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I think our time is fast spent.
I was taking notes. That's why I got it. I was taking notes.
Nice.
You were journaling.
Yes, no. All right, thank you. I think that will be all for the report.
Okay, quickly, the INEC results are in, so I need to announce the winners for today.
Again.
For the best table topics speaker, please drum rolls. No other person than Otumba TM.
I already given my account number, so I don't need to repeat my account number again.
The next award goes to the best evaluator. The best evaluator for today is, I don't think we should have categorized TM Laura with TM Samson now, because TM Laura, this is our first time he's evaluating. But the best evaluator for today is TM Ikena. Please, can we...
Thank you.
And lastly, for the best speaker, TM Shayo is in a different category. No, I hold on. In a different category. So we didn't vote for her. So she has won in her own category. Because these are
so can we clap for her?
In the physical meeting, I keep saying normally, in the physical meeting, we usually give ribbons for icebreaker.
Yeah.
But best speaker between TM Ayotola and TM Queen, the award goes to TM Ayotola.
The champion herself. Well done.
So I'd like to thank all of you for giving me the chance to be your MC for today. And also thank you for giving me the chance to come with my team members, the role players, to deliver this meeting. At this point, I would like to hand control to our honorable president, Toastmaster Pradeep. Over to you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim Rotimi.
Yes,
sir. That was a good job. Well done. They say you are doing well. Aye. Okay. Now, I think we should unmute our mics and give a round of applause to all the role players. They did fantastically well, and also the speakers. So this round of applause is for everybody. Okay. When TM Chineze, my president, was speaking, I was actually taking note. From that note, I had actually underlined better version of yourself. So when TM Abubakar Gimba said, which is the third one? I said, Shu, was he seeing my bio that I have underlined that one? I quickly jumped. I said, this one I know now, number 3, be a better version for yourself. This statement I had heard last year when a speaker from, a high-profile speaker from India had come here, and we asked him as a organizing committee to give us one advice. What's his advice to us? He's a motivational speaker. His name is Gaur Gopal Das. I think TM Chineze was in that session when the guy came to speak to us.
Yes, I was at the session.
Yeah. So he said the ex-coach, he said, when we said, tell us something in brief, he said, always strive to be a better version of yourself. So from that time onwards, who the executive committee who was a part of the organizing team, we always keep saying ourselves, Pradeep Das, you now, is that your 2.0 or your 3.0? Trying to reflect on his statement that we should always be a better version. So the point here is, compare yourself of today with yourself of yesterday. If you see improvement, if you're doing better, you're doing well. If not, if you continue doing what you have been doing, you'll get the same results. So if you want to change the results, you should do something different. So that's how you should do. You should not compare yourself with somebody else. Compare yourself of today with yourself of yesterday. That's what I got from my Presido's talk. Fantastic. My Presido, well spoken about the second chance. Now is the time for guests to introduce themselves. So the guests, one by one, they will come. They'll tell us their name, their profession, who invited them, and what they think about today's meeting. Guests could be the guests who have been here second time, third time, doesn't matter. So far you're a guest. So far you're not a Toastmaster. We need to know your name, your profession, who invited you, and what do you think of today's meeting. So over to the guests in the house. Please unmute your mic and mention it, yes?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Godwin Henry, and this is my second time attending the meeting.
Okay.
I listen. Thank you. I listened attentively, and I must say, it's compared to last week. Today was just wow. I can put it that way, despite the fact that I was kind of multitasking because of what I had to meet up with. But then I caught every single second of the meeting, from the host Toastmaster to all the speeches. If I had to pause just to listen to.
Bros, is this a prepared speech? This is also supposed to be an introduction, boss. You have to join Toastmasters. If you want to do a prepared speech, you can't do it as a guest. You have to be a member. Or continue.
Okay, so I totally enjoyed today's meeting, and I just can't wait to be part of this.
Who invited you? Who invited you?
Oh, Maogati and Pradeep invited me.
That's what I wanted to hear. They talk. They didn't say who invited you. Oh yeah. Next guest, please. The next guest in the house, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All right, my name is Epundayo Oluwadamilare.
Okay.
All right, I'm invited here by Toastmaster Padrip.
That's what I wanted to hear. Go on.
Yeah, I really enjoyed participating today. I listened attentively to the discourse, and I really enjoyed it. I learned so well. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Next guest, please. Next guest, please.
Adeshola, introduce yourself. Where is she? She's somewhere there.
Adeshola Dosumu, please don't be shy. You can maybe off your camera, on the mic, and introduce yourself.
Joshua, did also introduce yourself.
Hello?
Yes, please, go
Can
on.
you hear me?
Very clear.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I'm Adisola Dusmo. I was invited by Toastmasters Ibokun.
Okay.
I enjoyed all the speeches. They were lovely. And I'm thinking about joining Toastmasters very soon.
So after all this, you're still thinking. I mean, what is the stumbling block? I mean, what is the second chance you need? I want to understand. No.
Maybe I'll have to attend another meeting to be sure.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I was just trying to see if there's anything we can do to make you welcome more better. Okay. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you. Yeah. Any more guests in the house?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Gladly. So I want to be part of the group to improve my vision and speech too. So that's why.
What's your name, please?
I'm Joshua.
Joshua. Okay. Who invited you, please?
Amy.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I can also see Sharon in the house. Sharon, please introduce yourself, your name, profession, who invited you, and how do you find the meeting? Any other guests in the house? Okay. I think we can call it a wrap. So we'll officially close the meeting now, and we're going to meet this same place, same time next week, Saturday. Same time remains 11 a.m. Same place remains the Zoom platform, and see you all next week. Till then, stay safe and take care.
Please,
Yes, okay. Okay, paparazzi, we need to take pictures. Okay. Do let us know when you're doing the click. Do let us know when you're clicking it so that I can be smiling at that time. TM Buku, your camera is not positioned. Oh, you're upside down. Oh.
How can I be upside down?
Wait. I am not ready. I'm inspired by my presido. I'm not going to carry last now. I'm not going to carry last.
One step. Hold on, please. Hold on. The first. Page 1 is done. Page 2.
What if I go to page 2? So I'll feature in pages.
At times you feature in 2 pages.
You didn't even tell us to say
Chi. That's all for today. Thank you all.
All right, thank you.
And it will be available online. Okay, I think
Okay.
Bye.
Sharon, are you there? Sharon, Rich, Lawrence, are you there? Are you the same Sharon I'm thinking? Okay. TM Salif, I see you, sir.
How are you, boy?
TM Salif, well done.
I cannot react to Shayo. Shayo is gone.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Whose voice is that?
Master.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm moving out. Okay.
Right.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.
Right.
See you
Bye,
next week.
everyone. Yes,
See
see
you
you
next
guys.
week. Yes, so. Yes, so. You see on Saturday / Saturday. Fantastic. Thank you. Bye.